All right, and welcome back to the Lead Word. This is your host, Trey Albert, along with me, as always, Chad Bauman. Today is, we're recording this Friday night, almost midnight, not quite. The 8th of October. Chad, what's going on? How are you?
Doing good. We also have special guest Chloe.
Yes.
Can't see her, but she's like scrunched up in the chair next
I'm
to
a
me.
big fan of that dog. I love that dog.
Yeah, she stinks right now, but she's all right.
We're gonna do a shorter show just so that it gets published in time. I had to watch the Sox tonight.
Yeah,
Committed to the Sox.
stupid baseball.
Had to watch the Sox tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do in Vegas. I'm gonna be a little nervous. I gotta at least tune in a little bit. So,
Well, you probably, I mean, it's playoffs, so you just go to a bar or something.
yeah, I'll have to do that. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the implications of the Thursday night game, and then we will do our one game each. Looking forward to, what is this, week 5?
Yeah.
So Rams win. Seahawks, I guess, didn't play terribly, but not really the point. Geno Smith is now the guy for a long time here.
Yeah, I picked him up in fantasy today.
Did you?
Yeah.
In our league?
Yeah.
What, were you even able to pick him up?
It says he's on my team.
Oh, shit. I thought they locked those guys after they played.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. You got him. It's fucking smart. I love that.
I was thinking about it too. Like, I was like, I don't know why.
I ran out of free agent moves, so I couldn't pick him up.
I have, this is my first one, but I was sitting there.
You're good.
I was sitting there like right before it was like right either before or after I texted you about doing the show, and for some reason Geno Smith just popped in my mind, and I was like, I guarantee nobody has him. I was thinking I'd have to put in like a bid, so I have like $11 in free agent money. So I was like, I'll run $4 on Geno Smith. I've got DK Metcalf. You know, something happens and I need a quarterback, I'm good to go.
Wow.
And then I went to do it, and I was like, oh, it didn't let me change the bid amount. But then I looked, and it's like, he's been added to your roster. And then I checked, and I was like, holy shit, he's on my roster.
For $1.
For $1. It's nice and
you
easy.
should trade him to the guy that has Russell Wilson, just to piss him off.
Oh, I could. I could do that.
Because the guy in our league that has Russell Wilson, his only other quarterback is Darnold.
Wow. Yeah, I might trade him. Geno Smith. That's a good pickup for me. I didn't even think about trading him. I just wanted to have a little bit of extra QB depth.
Yeah, but now
that line goes down.
You can flip him to the guy that has Russell Wilson because he absolutely needs a quarterback.
Yeah. Look at us, Chloe, making fantasy moves.
I'm looking at his roster right now. I don't know. Jerry Jeudy next year for $5 sounds interesting.
Yeah. And wow, I am super impressed with myself. And I thought to do that.
I would flip him. Why not?
I usually think about this stuff too, like days after the fact. Like normally, like I'll be like I'm super late on thinking of free agent moves. Like, oh shit, I could go get that guy. But this one, it was like I was on top of it. I was like, I'm really impressed.
Oh, you're very much on top of it. He's gonna start for like what, 6 weeks?
Yeah, they said they said 6 to 8 weeks, I think, was their expected
which will cover Darnold's bye week when he has 0 quarterbacks. So
trade alert.
Anyway, non-fantasy related.
Yeah.
Seattle's done, right? Like that's what this means. You can't overcome this division.
I mean, how many division games are they playing?
I don't know, but still, you're not beating Arizona. You're not beating San Francisco. You're not beating the Rams. You're dead. Your season's over.
Seattle.
If you're a last place team, you can't make the playoffs. They are absolutely now a last place team.
I'm not gonna lie. Geno made a couple plays where I think he, I was like, okay, Geno. I mean, he's obviously not like, he's not going to be like their savior or anything.
Well, what have we been saying about Seattle? It's Metcalf, it's Russell Wilson, and who the fuck cares about the rest? Well, now they don't have Russell Wilson. It's just Metcalf. Chris Carson's hurt. Their defense is really not great.
Well, I mean, do they have to be great? I mean, they got this. The next. These are the next 6 games. They got the Steelers.
All right.
That could easily be a win.
All right.
They have the Saints.
I'll go with a loss there.
Yeah. Jaguars. They should win that game, even with
Gino. Oh, so secretly easy schedule.
Yeah. So right now, with the loss, they're 2-3, right? Or no, they're 3-1, 3-2. Yeah, they beat San Fran. They beat the Vikings. No, they lost to the Vikings. They lost to the Titans, and they beat the Colts.
2-3.
Yeah, they're 2-3. So if they beat the Steelers, that'd be 3-3. 3-4 to the Saints. 4-4 Jacksonville. They're at Green Bay, so that'll probably be a loss.
Oh.
So 4-5.
Yeah, they're dead.
They'll lose to the Cardinals.
Dead. They're dead.
Then they get Washington. And then Russell Wilson should be back. Yeah, so they could split those games.
How are you a playoff team? Like, they're not beating Arizona. They're not beating San Francisco. They're not beating the Rams. They're a last place team.
But I mean, there's 3 wild cards, 2 wild cards. 3? Yeah, there's 3 wild cards.
3 wild cards.
You telling me they can't sneak in as a 3rd wild card? Because we're not getting a wild. We're
We're
not getting a wild card out of the NFC East. So
no,
you don't have to worry about that one. I mean, the NFC North, Minnesota maybe, but probably not.
Carolina's gonna get one.
Okay, Carolina's gonna get one. Who's the other team in the North? I'm forgetting.
Chicago, maybe, probably not.
Well, no, Chicago. I thought about Chicago. I just didn't say them. Who's the 3rd team? Green Bay. It was probably Detroit's definitely not getting one.
No.
So I mean, wild cards. You're looking at
the 2 wild cards are gonna come from the West and then Carolina.
True. I mean, maybe
they're dead.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they battle it out with Carolina at the end of the season.
All right.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, they'd have to run the table. They'd have to run the table, obviously.
Oh, they'd have to get really, really hot at the end.
Because I mean, they go 3-3. I think the next 6 games. So that leaves them at what did I say?
I do not have very high.
That leaves them at 5 and that leaves them at 5-6. They'd have to go.
I'm proud of you for picking up Geno Smith in fantasy.
Yeah, I'm proud of me too. Chloe's proud of me.
Speaking of which, should I do that in our fantasy league? I didn't even think of that. Site fantasy league.
She won't. I've tried to get her to sit like people, but she's still
available in our league.
I think Geno Smith should be available in every league, except for ours, because of the brilliance of Chad Bauman.
I'm gonna pick him up in the site league.
I'd love to know what your dad would think would say when he sees that I picked up Geno Smith.
He's probably mad because he's got 1,000 quarterbacks and he's been trying to flip one for like 5 weeks in a row.
Well, I mean,
wait.
If the guy that has Russell Westbrook or Russell Wilson, I mean, if maybe your dad gets to him first, I don't know.
I'm gonna cut fucking Odell. See, Geno Smith played. I can't even claim him. Oh well.
What do you guys do it on the same site, or are you doing like ESPN?
No, it's this stupid thing, Sleeper. I hate it.
The what?
It's called Sleeper. I hate it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's dumb. I don't like it.
But I mean, I don't know. Like I said, Seattle, they'd have to run the table. And it really sucks though too, because they were kind of like, this was like the first year that they were actually letting Russell Wilson like do his fucking thing. Like not waiting until like 2 minutes left and they're down like 14 to finally let him start throwing the ball.
I don't have high expectations for Geno Smith. I think it could get ugly here.
What's his career record? Because he could scrape out 3-3. Yeah, he's gonna get blasted, but he could scrape out 3-3.
Well, I mean, a lot of those starts are with the Jets, so it's probably not good. I don't know. We don't have a producer here. Let's just get into the games. We've spent enough time on Geno Smith. Chad, what do you got here?
Didn't talk about him last week. Did not talk about the Eagles last week.
So you do.
I do want to talk about him this week just because I just don't want to pretend anymore. Like, I'm tired of and it's killing me because like people are like, oh, like I was listening to the radio the other day and the host was like, because it was in response to something that Jalen Hurts said. Jalen Hurts gave the interview after the game. He's like, we're right there. We're right there.
No.
And like the radio host last night, I was listening to him. He's like, yeah, I agree. I think they're right there. They're moving the ball pretty well. It's just that then they get the penalties and the blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but that's part of the whole fucking thing. Like you can't just be like, they're the most penalized team in the league. And I don't know what the numbers are, but I'm pretty sure their red zone percentage is probably like bottom fucking 3. It's got to be. They don't fucking outside.
Well, they had the ball a lot in the red zone against San Francisco, and they blew all of them.
That's what I'm saying. Outside of the game against fucking Atlanta, like they've never. I don't think they've scored in the fucking red zone this year. I don't think they have. I'm trying to remember a fucking oh, they did. They did one. I know one for sure. They did it in Atlanta because of Kenneth.
Dante Smith had one, right?
Fucking Gainwell got the touchdown on like the 1 yard line. I think
Dante Smith had one in the red zone?
He has a touchdown, but I think his touchdown was from outside 20.
Okay.
I think it might have been inside 20, but I thought it was outside 20. Maybe I'm wrong there, but it's just like, fuck, they're not close. No. They're not close. Their fucking defense is fucking terrible. Like they can't, like, I feel like it's not that they can't cover. It's just that they won't. I don't know if that's the right way to explain it because they don't fucking change their defense.
Can we start with the positives? Let's put you in a good mood.
You give me a positive and I'll give you a not a positive.
Okay, let's just start with the positives to get you in a good mood. Kenneth Gainwell is pretty good, or at least he looks pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Woohoo! Kenneth Gainwell. We're not going to get in the.
They hit on that one. Score. They hit on that one.
Okay, I'll give you one positive.
I'm trying.
It's not worth it. It's just so bad. And
can I give you another positive? I think this will be fun.
Sure. What's a positive?
Dante Smith looks like a hit. He's gonna be good.
He's gonna be good. True, but we knew that. That doesn't change anything because we knew that. I knew he was gonna be good. There's like
Can I give you another positive?
That's a neutral. That's a neutral, not a positive.
Can I give you another positive?
You gave me one before, then you gave me a neutral. So yeah, if you can give me an actual positive this time, that'd be great.
All right, Jayvon Hargrave's a fucking tank.
Yeah, but as good as he's been playing, Fletcher Cox has not been good.
Agreed.
Fletcher Cox, Jayvon Hargrave showed up, and I don't know, maybe he scared the shit out of him, and like now he's in fucking witness protection with Amari Cooper that last year that he was in fucking when he was last year with the Raiders.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I got one more for you.
Okay.
The Colts and the Dolphins do not have good records. You're scheduled to get 3 top 10 picks right now.
I think the Colts are turning around though.
Probably.
They should beat Miami this week. So that's back-to-back wins.
Well, they just beat Miami.
That's what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. Who do they play this week?
I don't know.
I don't know. I for some reason I was trapped in.
But Miami, their offensive line is so bad they're going to lose games.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's just, but they're not going to, like, they could have like 12 top 10 picks and it wouldn't work because they're going to terrible fucking players. Howie Roseman fucking bought himself some time with the Dante Smith pick. And what's going to happen is he's going to like, oh, I can go back to taking fucking 7th rounders in the 1st round now.
That's all I got for you. Those are the positives.
Okay, I got a positive for myself.
Okay.
It's not really a positive. I got another neutral for myself.
Okay.
I'm not convinced yet, but Jalen Hurts is kind of changing my mind about him. He might be able to play.
Oh, no, he cannot. No, he can't.
I'm not saying he can yet. But every once in a while, every so often during the course of a game, obviously the whole Dallas game was a fucking garbage fire, just natural disaster. But every once in a while, Jalen Hurts makes a play, and I'm like, okay, well, that was really fucking impressive. Like, he had one. He had one in the last game. No, did they play Dallas? Was their last game? Yeah, Dallas was their last game. The game before that, I don't know. He had a. I think no, it might have been against Dallas. Whatever. He had one play where he was scrambling around and he chucked the ball downfield to Dante Smith, and I was like, okay, that's a pretty good ball. He also had a play. Their last game? Who the fuck did they play?
Kansas City.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah,
for brutal though on defense.
Yeah, he had one ball that he threw to Dante Smith that got called back because Dante Smith went out of bounds. It was a pretty ball. I was like, okay, yeah, that's a pretty ball, and it was Kansas City who I think it was like the 3rd quarter. He scrambled around. He found a way to get outside the pocket and make a play downfield to Dante Smith. So he's been making some plays, and I like I said, I'm not entirely sold yet, but at the same time, also I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt because, I mean, last year we had the COVID season. Yes, this is his 2nd year in the league, but I mean, under a different head coach, so this style was a little bit different. So I mean, I don't know. I want to give him his fair shake. So, but there's been some times where I said, okay, maybe he might be able to turn something here. But I also do want to give you. I also do want to give you this. Carson Wentz, first 8 stats, 1,890 passing yards, 90 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 36 rushing yards. Jalen Hurts, first 8 stats, 2,086 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, or 12 passing touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 498 rushing yards, for rushing touchdowns. So, I mean, not that different from Wentz, and I'm a big Wentz guy, so I got to say, can't complain with those stats.
Let me ask you this. Philadelphia's going to have 3 first-round picks. Do you draft a quarterback with one of them today? Drafts tomorrow.
Well, these quarterbacks suck. That's what I've been hearing. So,
yes.
No. I honestly, like I said before during the draft show, they have so many fucking areas they need to fix. Quarterback right now is my last concern.
Okay.
I don't need the quarterback yet because I mean, maybe like I said, maybe Jalen Hurts can turn it into something, maybe not. But right now, I feel like you got to get the offensive line situated. You got to get the defensive line situated because fucking Derek Barnett's not it. He's not. I don't know if you know this. I do. I don't know the exact numbers, but this is a fun fucking stat. He's got more fucking penalties against him than he has sacks since entering the NFL.
He's awful.
Like more fucking penalties than sacks. If the Eagles ever get fucking rid of him, and whatever team that he fucking signs with afterwards, if he signs with someone, what he needs to do is he needs to have his agent work in a fucking a penalty clause into his fucking contract that if he gets so many penalties during the course of the year, he'll get a bonus because he's not going to get a fucking bonus off of his sack production. Fucking Brandon Graham goes down, and now all of a sudden we can't rush the fucking quarterback. Their defensive line looked kind of good against the 49ers until Brandon Graham got hurt. Now, like fucking
Brandon Graham's a big loss. Fucking
teams that don't run the ball for shit are getting 10 yards downfield before they're getting tackled. Like I guarantee you, like they have to be giving up an average of like fucking 8 yards per carry. They have to be. I don't see how there could not be.
I'm glad you brought up the Eagles this week, actually, because the Carolina Panthers are my lock of the week. I feel more confident about this game than any other game on the schedule that the Carolina Panthers will not only cover it's a 3-point spread, which seems low. I think they're going to hammer them. And I mean hammer them.
I think Robbie Anderson's going to have 6 touchdowns. They can't cover the pass, and I would have to imagine Darius Slay is probably going to cover DJ Moore.
Yeah, I think Carolina hammers them. And I know McCaffrey's still out, but I think Carolina, they got a little bit humbled. They were hot. Dallas, better overall roster. They took care of business. Carolina comes back, and they're like, okay, we're for real.
I think that, Carolina, for the most part, up until like the third quarter, they were in that game. They just kind of got away from them. About halfway through the third quarter, Darnold throws that pick, and then the game kind of gets away from him from there.
And then they almost came back, actually.
Yeah. So I don't think this is going to be a close game. I think the Eagles are going to get curb stomped.
Can we talk maybe 30 seconds on Carolina Panthers make 2 big trades? CJ Henderson, Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah. Their defense wasn't bad before those trades either.
Yeah.
I don't know what they gave up for Gilmore. I didn't look. I know they traded
6th rounder.
I didn't see what. That's it?
Yep.
What the fuck is Bill Belichick doing?
Don't know.
Is he like trying to like get fired?
He's lost it with his personnel moves. He's totally lost it.
You're telling me that's all they could get for Stephon Gilmore?
Remember, they gave up a 2nd rounder for Mohamed Sanu once upon a time. Remember that one?
I don't think that was as bad.
They gave up a 2 for Sanu.
Yeah, well, that rhymed.
And then they cut him.
Well, how it turned out. When they traded for Mohamed Sanu, I don't think the idea of giving up a 2 for him was a bad trade.
I thought it was awful. I
don't know. He was pretty good with the Falcons. So, but how does that trade with this Gilmore trade though? How does that even fucking work? It's like you call up Carolina and it's like, hey, you interested in Stephon Gilmore? They're like, yeah. Well, what do you want? And Bill's just like, I don't know, a 6th rounder. And then Carolina like has to put him on mute because they're like, did he just say a fucking 6th rounder? That's all? Just to fucking do it. Yeah. They gotta like calm themselves down before they take the phone off you. Hey, yeah, Bill, we kind of talked it over. You're really busting my balls here, but I think we can make that work. Like, how does that fucking happen? Doesn't make any. Chloe doesn't fucking believe it. Look at Chloe's face right now. Look at her. She's so fucking shocked about a 6th rounder.
6th rounder. Big move. Some of the cornerback depth that J.C. Horn's able to come back at the end of the year. They got Horn, Gilmore, Henderson.
And I forgot he was injured too.
Dante Jackson. Pretty good corners they got there.
Jeremy Chin's not bad. Safety.
Yeah.
They're. And Dan Arnold for CJ Henderson's not bad either.
Oh my God, that's a steal. Do you remember CJ Henderson? It was the 8th pick in the draft.
Yeah. That's wild. Like, and all you give up is fucking Dan Arnold.
Call up Urban Meyer. He'll trade you the 8th pick in the draft for Dan Arnold.
All you got to do is buy that guy a shot in the lap dancing. You want who? Oh, fuck it. Take him.
I'd be calling him every day right now.
Can I ask a question though? And I'll let you get to your game because I know you said that you gotta get up early, so I don't want to hold you here. I heard the other day, I saw this, people were saying that he deserves to be fired, not for any of the bad coaching or not going back on the team plane or anything. They specifically said they thought he should be fired for cheating on his wife. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I guess my thoughts all week have been I'm just so disappointed because I actually thought this was going to work. And I feel fucking stupid. Because he is a smart guy. Like, he's not dumb. He was at Ohio State, and they won a lot of fucking games. And he was at Florida, and they won a lot of fucking games. He won 12 games with, like, Bowling Green. You can't be dumb and fucking win 12 games with Bowling Green. He beat Alabama with fucking Utah. He's a smart guy. How does this happen? That has been my thoughts on it the whole week. I'm like, this fucking guy won everywhere he's at, and this is what he's doing? Why? How?
I just thought it was ridiculous that, like, I mean, of all the reasons you could say we have to fire this guy, you picked the only non-football related reason. And I would have picked the. I actually would have fired him for not flying on a team plane. Well, I mean,
I've never even heard of that before.
Well, neither have I, and a lot of NFL players have come out and said that's like, I've never heard of that either. But
yeah,
apparently he said that he had gotten permission.
I don't give a fuck.
You'd have fired him just for asking. Like, of course you have to.
Yes.
Yes. I just think it's wild to me that that's what people.
Chad, let me ask you this. You are you're the head wrestling coach, and
I'm gonna be a football coach. I gotta be a wrestler. Fuck you, Trey.
I don't know. Let's just use this example.
I'm just kidding.
Let's use this example. You're the athletic director for your school. Your head wrestling coach comes up to you and says, "You know what? I don't really feel like riding back on the bus. I'm gonna take my own way home." How do you react to that?
Well, I got to know the reason. Like, what is this, like, family emergency? Or
same reason as Urban Meyer's?
Just trying to get some ass.
Yeah.
I was like, no, dude, you gotta handle business. We gotta come back on the bus together.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, he says he got permission. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think he had to say to get permission? Like, he was just like, I don't know, my cat died.
What the fuck was he doing? We saw what he was doing.
Yeah, but what do you think he told them to get permission? Like, what do you think he said? Like,
I don't know.
But do you get where I'm coming from? Like, yes. Imagine you're a fucking paintster at Home Depot and you have you cheat on your wife and you come into work the next day and like, hey, bro, you got to leave. You're fucking other bitches. We can't have you out here fucking around on your wife. You just got to leave. Like, that is like, and there's plenty. And it would be one thing if it was like, okay, like, fire Urban Meyer, you don't agree with him cheating on his wife. It'd be one thing if, like, that was the only thing that it did, but all of the football related reasons why you could fire Urban Meyer and you're like, fuck it, he cheated on his wife, let's go with that one. I just think it's insane that the way people think. Like, he's a fucking.
While we're on this topic, I need to ask you this: is there a chance that he's purposely doing this so that he can take the USC job?
I don't think so, because even before the USC job was open, he bungled like the entire fucking offseason.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, oh yeah, we were cutting people because they weren't vaccinated, which the Players Associated said you couldn't do. Like, he's out here dry snitching on himself.
Yeah.
Like, dude, shut up, you dummy. Like, and like, you think Bill Belichick was probably cutting people if they didn't get the shot? Yeah, I guarantee you Bill was cutting people if they didn't get the shot. You think he was?
He did Cam Newton. Well,
no, that's not. Well, yeah, we all know he did cut Cam Newton because he wouldn't get the shot and he wasn't going to start. My point is he didn't come out and fucking snitch on himself.
Right. He's like, yeah,
Cam didn't get the shot, so I had to let him go. No, you fucking moron. You don't tell people that. You might do it, but you don't fucking tell people it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like walking into a police station like, hey guys, found a dead body in my backyard. I'm pretty sure I killed him. Like,
that's why I'm so disappointed by this thing, because I knew the guy liked fucking knuckleheads. Like, he fucking wanted Aaron Hernandez, like, I knew that the guy liked fucking knuckleheads, but this shit is just another level. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, he's out of pocket. I don't like. He's just wild. Like,
it's one thing to like troublemakers, but like, what the fuck are you doing right now? We didn't even plan to talk about that. That was a great segment.
It just kind of came up.
Yeah.
But now that we have talked about it, I don't forget. You said who's your game? I forget who you told me.
Oh, Trey Lance's first start. I don't know how long Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be out for. Maybe a couple weeks. Maybe it's short term, long term. I don't know. But I feel like this is a game that San Francisco can kind of win here. Their defensive line is one of maybe the only defensive lines that match up well with Kyler Murray. It's the Rams defensive line is good, but it's really just Aaron Donald. And if Aaron Donald gets after you, Murray's elusive enough to make throws outside the pocket.
Yeah,
Bost is a fucking problem coming off the edge.
Yeah,
that guy comes off the edge it's not really the fucking same.
And me and Brian talked about it last week when he filled in for you. We both thought that the Rams would win, but I do remember specifically mentioning like with the Rams line is like, and with Kyler Murray, yeah, Aaron Donald's a problem, but Kyler Murray, like he can do so much where like you don't have to. You can move the pocket, you can roll him.
He's like he's like the one quarterback in the league where like not really a problem. I mean, it is a problem, but Murray's so different from everybody else that he's almost better in those situations where you have to make a move.
Yeah.
Coming off the edge is a different story compared to up the middle.
And I mean, their whole front four is pretty good, San Fran.
It's not just one guy.
Yeah, I mean, the hardest part, I mean, so defensively or offensively speaking, like when you have the defensive end coming around the edge, that's easier to avoid than if you have pressure right up the middle. Because I mean, that's coming directly at you. And, you know, so you can only really go backwards if the pressure is coming right up the middle. And
he's very good at it.
Well, I wasn't even talking about Bosa. I was talking about, you were talking about Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I'm talking about Murray.
Oh, I was talking like, you know, D tackles for San Fran were pretty good.
Oh yeah, they are. It's not just Donald though. They have a big front four. Fred Warner's a problem. Like San Francisco's not an easy out. And this Cardinals team, I think you can run the football on them. Chandler Jones is good. JJ Watt's good, but I think their run defense isn't nearly as good as their pure pass rush is.
Yeah. And Isaiah Simmons has not been the linebacker that I was hoping he'd be to
this could be a Trey Lance game where he runs for 100 yards because he's a pretty good runner. I think San Francisco might win the game. And at that point, if you're San Francisco, you just beat Arizona. Arizona's the only undefeated team. Maybe Garoppolo's out another week or two. Let's say I don't know what their schedule is. I should probably should have looked that up. Do you go back to Garoppolo? This is a big game.
Well, what is their record now? They're 3-1.
San Francisco is 2-2. So you kind of got to start winning these games.
Right.
They play Indy after, Chicago after. And then weirdly enough, they play Arizona again after.
It would be tough. I don't know. It would really just depend on how Lance played. I mean, if he's playing really, really well and you're winning these games, but he's still playing well, I say you go ahead and you make the move. You move on from him. I mean, if he doesn't really play well, you know, even if you win the games, if he doesn't really play well, you may have to go back to Jimmy Garoppolo because, I mean, it would really just depend entirely on how Trey Lance plays.
But I think it's got to be on the table here.
I mean, I would say for certain if they lose all these games, I think you just let them finish out the season anyway.
Well,
you gotta
also true.
Give them some experience.
That's also true.
That one I can tell you for certain. That one I can tell you.
He's the only rookie quarterback right now who's not playing. Right? Mac Jones is playing. Wilson's playing. Fields is playing. Lawrence is playing.
I think the big names that were in the draft this year,
all the first rounders.
Yeah, of those big names, he is the one that's playing. I mean,
Davis Mills is playing.
Fields was playing because of Andy Dalton's injury.
Now they named Fields the starter the rest of the year, though.
Oh, they did? Yeah. Okay, I missed that.
Davis Mills is playing for Houston, but I would assume Tyrod will get his job back because Mills has been so bad.
Right. You almost talked me into trading for fucking Deshaun Watson too.
What do you mean?
Before the season started, you kept asking me about trading for Deshaun Watson.
Well,
you tried to get me to do it. I'm glad I'm glad I turned you down.
Well, Tyrod will get his job back. I'll flip him when he gets his job back.
I'll trade you Geno Smith for Tyrod.
Yeah, I think this is an important game though, and especially in that NFC West, you can't fall too far behind.
Yeah, I mean, though, if San Fran loses, that bodes well for Seattle.
Yes, it does.
Because I mean, right now, if you had to project it, you're probably going to say that the Cardinals win the division. I mean, although you never know, they could drop one to the Rams later.
Rams could come back.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as the season as of right now is concerned, if you're Seattle, you want San Fran to drop this one.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a huge game for San Francisco, though. I don't want to call it a must-win, but you got to start picking up some of these games against the division opponents, and it's a big start for the rookie.
Is this their first division game, or have they played anyone in the division yet?
They lost to Seattle.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I would say this is must win. Go down 0-2 in this division, and then on top of it be a losing record. I don't think you can not. I don't think you'd have to win this. There's no way you can't not.
Big game, huge. It's one of the most important games of the week, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
All right.
Who do you think's going to win though? Do you think it's going to be San Fran or?
I think it might be San Fran.
Are they home or are they away?
I didn't have that prepared, Chad. They are on the road.
Oh, you don't like that.
No.
You don't like that. All right. Any final?
This is fun.
Yeah, I thought it was a good one for a short one. It's not the quantity, it's the quality of the episode. That's what matters. Any closing things? Anything, Trey?
No, I'm ready for bed.
Yep. Okay. Well, not joined by Brandon this week because something about his job. So, not to mention we're recording later than usual. So I told him he was free to not come on with us. So, well, we should have him. Trey should officially, in a show capacity, because Trey's interviewed him for the job, but other than that, they haven't really met on the show. So
he has not done a show with me.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Thank you for saying it better. Other than that, thanks for watching. We do want to make sure that you like the videos, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the bell if you're watching this on YouTube. Don't forget to follow the show or follow the site on Twitter. Vendetta_media. Then we have Vendetta_pods or podcasts_Vendetta. We have a podcast channel. You can check that out on Twitter as well. Like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. We have a TikTok, I think. Not 100% certain about the TikTok or what's going on with that. Also, check out our Patreon because no one's done that yet. I'm pretty sure it's because we haven't implemented to fight a Vendetta writer tier, but we'll get to. I still harping on that. What else? Oh, follow Trey on Twitter at Trey Dauber. Follow me at Lowfooted. Other than that, and our sponsors. I almost forgot about our sponsors. Symbol, go ahead and play the stocks with your favorite team. They got didn't they add something, Symbol? They added
NHL.
Yep. You could go check out your favorite NHL teams. buy some stocks in them, trade them, get, make a little bit of coin. Also, they got the baseball, football, all that good stuff. Code Vendetta gets you $10 off. Oh, by the way, speaking of NHL, Trey, less than a week here to Vegas. We got 6 days. 6 days.
Yeah.
6 days, yep. And then we're going to a hockey game, so that'll be fun. We can
we are.
Do some social media stuff with that, hopefully. Maybe make a TikTok. I don't know.
We have to.
We'll finally put that TikTok to work.
Chad will be one of 3 people coming to the trip.
Well, Courtney's not really coming. She's just staying. Because she lives there, so she...
Well, she doesn't, though. She's a couple hours away.
Oh, I mean, she's in Nevada. It works.
Yes. All right, fine. You and Jackson Law.
Yeah, we're the only ones that are actually coming to Vegas.
Yeah. I think
Courtney's bringing the Vegas.
I think this should be a new rule. Anybody that didn't come to the Vegas trip, if we ever do another trip again, I don't think they're allowed to come to the next one.
Well, I don't know. Some people have valid reasons. Carl.
Well, he lost like half of his stomach or whatever that thing is.
Yeah, he didn't get a spleen injury or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Font has school. Or no, he doesn't. Font started his new job. That's what it was.
Yes.
Krieger has school. But I thought Krieger said he was going to fly out for a weekend.
Frustrating.
I don't know. Oh, and then also don't want to forget our last sponsor here, Monkey Knife Fight. Check them out. Mm-hmm. We got all kinds of betting going on with Monkey Knife Fight. Last night, if you probably could have bet on whether or not Russell Wilson was going to break his finger, and you would have won some money if you bet on it. I don't actually know what you can bet on, but I know you can bet on the games, football, basketball, all kinds of stuff. And then also again, code Vendetta, that'll get you a $100 match, up to $100 match on your first bet. So if you bet $100, you'll get an extra $100 to bet with. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let you guys go. Internet, have a great rest of your night. Say goodbye to Chloe. Bye, Chloe.